Running, you can start.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I extend a warm welcome to all to the BTalk series hosted by Women in Engineering Affinity Group of IEEE MEA Student Branch. Today, we have with us the fifth guest of the BTalk series, Mrs. Renina Rauf. She is the current activity coordinator at IEEE Plus YP Kerala and content coordinator of IEEE Plus YP Kerala and the current SP member of IEEE SBJCET. She was also the content writer of IEEE Malabar Hub during the year 2018 and the control lead of IEEE Computer Society Kerala Chapter 2019, content writer of IEDC Summit 2019, chairperson of IEEE SBJCT 2019 and secretary of IEEE SBJCT, founding EPICOM during 2018. With great honor and respect, I invite Mrs. Renina Rao to spend their precious time with us. Welcome, Mrs. Renina.
Thank you, Aisha. Thank you.
Can we start?
Yeah, of course, we can start.
Okay. First question. How do you spend your lockdown days?
Lockdown days, I think with IEEE. That's what I've been doing till date. Uh, I have taken few webinars and yeah, mostly involved with my IEEE SBJCET activities and now into IEEE PES Kerala YP activities. That's how I spend my lockdown days till date.
Okay. Why do you want to be a part of IEEE?
Why do I want to be a part of IEEE? I think it's actually it was something really coincidental that I became part of IEEE. Like I am someone who loves to experiment everything that comes in my way. Could like it's not just about IEEE. I tried everything in my life that is possible by me. For example, could be dancing, singing, everything. I tried out every stuff. But IEEE was like I remember it was on that even though I was on leave on that particular day, I had one of my senior. He had came to the college. He had came to our classes and said there's something called IEEE. We have to start a student branch, and oh, he had said something. I was absent on that day, and we have a group named JCT Events. And as the class representative, I was a part of that group. He shared a Google form into it. And like those who are interested to join IEEE, kindly fill it. So okay, I was like, okay, it's something. I just went Google. Okay, I came to know okay, there's something. It's a technical organization. And I was even then and even now. I'm not at all a techie. I'm not a person who's much into technology and all those stuffs. But okay, I felt like okay, let's try. And it was sometime in 2000. Yeah, it was in 2017. My in the middle of my S3, I filled the Google form and yeah, I paid those fees. But yes, we weren't able to form the so-called IEEE SBJCET as we need at least 12 members. No, actually, we needed 10 members to revamp. So we had no choice. Okay, it was a dream. It was, what do you say, till 2018 February. I did not actually participate in IEEE activities only. And it was from 2018 February 16 to be exact that I started becoming active in IEEE. We had the first event of IEEE SBJCET coming. Like we had few new members to our family from another college called Aryanet. So even then, I wasn't so much into it. On a night, I got a phone call from this one of my particular senior named Prajul Vishnu. He said me it was something like 11 p.m. and he said me, "Congratulations." And I think it's a human nature. Someone is calling you at 11 p.m. and telling you congratulations without saying the reason. You're like, "Are you mad?" That's something that I asked in my mind. But okay, he's my senior. I was like, okay, why? So he said, you're selected as a secretary of IEEE SPKCET. Now I had a responsibility in my hand, and I had to know what IEEE is. To be very frank, I did not know anything much about IEEE. I just knew it was just world's largest technical organization. This was my knowledge about IEEE when I took over took over the position secretary of IEEE SBJCET. As a first secretary, I had a lot of burden. And yeah, I think it's then from then a lot of things happened. That I really don't know how, but I started loving this stuff. I started getting in some sort of interested in this technology and technical stuffs, which I never felt before. And definitely now, if I'm staying here, it's just because of a lot of friends that I get. Now, it could be there are many. Like for if I say naming, I think I may miss some, but I'm sure I'm going to miss many because, for example, it could be Nebik is one, Amaljan Nelikan, Devika, I think she's here. Devika, and definitely is Sharanam, and a lot of people. The network that I got, that's something that still makes me over here. That's something that I want to be here. That is the reason is the network. The main reason is the network, and IEEE is something that showed me. Okay, engineering is something that I can look into because I'm a medical repeater and I never wanted to come into engineering field, to be very frank. So through IEEE, I started loving engineering, and that's the reason I'm still here.
Excuse me, sorry for the interruption. Aisha Rani, you can mute your mic while after asking a question. There is some background disturbance going on. आप क्वेश्चन जो
Okay.
है ना माइक म्यूट ही देखो.
Okay. 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 Then tell me about an volunteer experience that you have really enjoyed.
Volunteering experience, I think every volunteering job that I've done could be anything. I enjoyed it a lot. I think something that I enjoyed the most is being the secretary of IEEE SBJCET. That's something that those who knows me personally knows that it's something that I still treasure in my heart. That is something I really don't know how to express those feelings. Because being the first secretary, I had a lot of opportunity to explore, and that is the reason. If I'm reached in whichever designation I have taken up after that in IEEE, it's just because of that. And definitely another more special moment is Triac. Triac is something that I think Triac was in last October, and I'm still not over the vibe. To be very frank, I'm not still over the vibe. Like I got a lot of experience, and more than a lot of experience, and in fact a lot of wanting again that I would treasure for a long. So I'll say Triac and being secretary of IEEE SBJCET.
Okay. Tell me about an accomplishment that you're most proud of.
Accomplishment, I think I have a lot to accomplish, but I'm thinking something that I'm being proud of is that you all know what IEEE SBJCET is now. I think I'm not telling IEEE SBJCET is a gigantic student branch, but yes, when I look back, when I take a look, when I turn over the pages, and you see when I look into it, in 2018, when we started in 2018, actually we were like, how are we going to even be there after 2 years? Or okay, I was not sure, like, okay, my seniors were gone and was not sure if SB would sustain, to be very frank. But now I think it's one of the most active SBs. I can proudly say that. It's one of the most active SBs over here in Kerala section. And something that I can proudly say is that I have been part of every event of IEEE SBJCD. It's been within 2 years, there have been 100 plus events, and I have been part of each and every event. So I think the growth of my SB is something that I'm really proud of. And it's not just because of me. It's not just because of me. There are a lot. If I say from the first Exicom, it could be Vaisha Getten, Prajuletan, Nikita, a lot, another Vaisha Getten. And from my Exicom, I can say it's Arun Shankar, one of my very best friend, Arun, Madhu, and currently Vidya, she's doing a great job over there as a chair. I think it's all about a teamwork. But yes, I have been part of all the three teams and seen every stages. That's something that I can say I'm really proud of.
Hello.
Yeah.
What is your greatest strength and how does it help you as a volunteer?
Sorry, what is your greatest?
Strength and how does it help you as a volunteer?
As a volunteer, I think, yes, I do have good leadership skills. But something that has helped me the most is content writing actually. Where, see, even my senior noted me as for the secretary of IEEE SBJCED. Before that, he actually knew me as a content writer. Yes, I was a class representative of my class. Yes, so he knows that. Okay, as a leader, how I am. But yes, as a content, how whatever I started, yes, it was my content writing, like publicity, other than publicity volunteering, wherever I started, like let it be Comstock as Communication Society. It was I was a content lead over there, and again, my content it was again my something writing that helped me over there. And because of I was a content lead of Comstock, I was able to be a part of the core team of in the core team of Triac, and that's how again many of them actually were able to know about my skills. And that was another reason actually I think there had been I was included in the volunteer list for Experion. And I think it's always whatever be, I think I'm a content writer that had helped me a lot to start my networking. So I think my greatest strength, one is leadership, another is content writing. Yeah, that's it. That's my, as a volunteer, these are the two things that I have used a lot.
Okay. So, being a volunteer, have you ever felt your work went unappreciated?
Sorry, I don't understand. Okay. My work not being unappreciated. I think it's all about volunteering, actually. I believe volunteering is something that brings you self-satisfaction. Yes, I will see. There have been times that I have done all the works and someone else had taken the credit. And there have been there have been times that I have done a lot of works and the event was a mega flop. But I think it's all about actually self-satisfaction. And I really don't. I'm not a person actually who wants to listen to what others say about me. Actually, I'm a person who's focused about what my inner self says first. And it's actually just it's actually just about what do you say? How people. It's not about how people. Okay, there are a few people in my circle. Okay, whom I bother. But I really don't think the principal saying, yeah, very good job, Renina. And the very next day, even if he's saying you're good for nothing. Actually, my principal, I never said me. But I just said an example, actually. So it's about self-satisfaction, and hence I have not felt such a problem.
Okay. Three things you would like to improve yourself.
Three things that I would like to improve is one of the main thing is that I'm a person who can be easy, to be very frank. I'm a person who gets really attached to people, and because I really don't bother what others say about a particular person. It's just about how he or she is to me. And yeah, there have been like at times what do you say about the so-called friendship breakups. You see, like I get too close to someone and I trust people easily. That's the main thing that I want to change. And actually, there's nothing else that I would wish to change in myself, because the rest is being myself. Even this one, I wanted to change just because of a particular reason that happened that I don't wish to disclose. That happened in the near past. It's been just for the past few months that I've been thinking, okay, I have to start understanding people because I really don't love to judge. So I think it's just this one thing that I wish to change in myself. I think for the rest, I'm perfect for myself. I'm perfect for myself. Maybe not for another person, but yeah, I'm perfect for myself.
Along with these responsibilities, how did you manage your academics?
Academics, I think it was quite easy. To be very frank, I'm not what do you say? I'm not the so-called of those studious person. I'm a very average student. I'm an average student. I'm not a studious person where you see all the A's and A pluses in my grade card or the OSs in my grade card. I'm a very average student. The only thing is that I had support from my family, and more than that, I would say my JCT faculty, my EC department, I would say. Like I had the EC department faculties of JCET, like I can call them at any midnight and ask them, so is it like this? Is there any problem with this? How, like, they really don't bother for clearing my doubts. It's not just mine, it could be anyone in any one of the students. But so whenever I get into this, because I'm the person, yes, definitely you may not be in the class for a long time. So you're going to miss the, what do you say, the momentum. So it's like, what do you say, I consult them, yes. And another person I would be thankful is my friend Ragna. Because before every exam night, she would be sending me audios of what each topic is. Before mostly, and if you see our WhatsApp chat or our project group, would be flooded with audio messages that explains what a particular topic is. And that's how I might be doing my work, but at the same time, I would be actually listening to her audio. That's how I learn.
Okay, tell me about the changes IEEE brought on you.
About the changes, I would
What was
say that I became actually more responsible, to be very frank. The thing is that after I said you, I was appointed as a secretary of IEEE HPJCET on 17th or 18th of, this was something on the 17th or 18th of February 2016. And it's like, what do you say? From then to now, if you look, I think the way I communicate with people, the way I'll do as a professional communication, like every time with something, I had few problems. Like, okay, for example, okay, yeah, I'll take example as Mushraf. Mushraf is here. Okay, he's a good friend of mine. Okay, it's like, okay, when it comes to another matter, official matters, at first I had a problem, like, okay, if I ask like this to Mushraf officially, is it going to be wrong or not? I think the main thing is that I started to gain a professional way of communication through this, because your friendship is another one and official part is another one. That's the first thing that IEEE actually helped me to recognize. And again, what do you say? If there's some sort of, I don't have much technical knowledge or knowledge about technology, but if I have something today, it's just because of IEEE that I started to attend workshops, I started to take webinars, and you say, definitely, I'm even, let it be even my project presentation, I would be someone who was actually focused on the introduction and conclusion part, and I never get into the much technical part. And for my final presentation, I actually presented about how my entire project was coded. It's something even I felt shocking, because I hate codes. So because I'm not at all into coding, but I think if I started taking webinars, it's just because of few people who supported me a lot. Yeah, and that would be the reason. Okay, Okay. Yeah, so that's the main thing, that it's brought interest in technology, technical stuff for me. And what do you say? This one, it improved my leadership communication. So that's it.
Okay, can you tell me about a time when you deal with a difficult situation?
Dealing with a difficult situation. Okay, I think it would. Okay, you want it? Okay, do you want it from IEEE or general? Is it related to IEEE or in general?
In general.
Okay, in general, I think it was February. It was on, what do you say? June 24th of 2017, when my best friend left me in the midway, because yes, as I said, I was a repeater. Like it's not that I lacked problems, but it's like I lacked few support that I had till date, and I had this particular person who was supporting me a lot. But yeah, on June 24th, I lost her. And yeah, I was actually devastated. It was just because of two people, actually. I started getting back to normal as my friend Renajit, and then my class tutor Naveen sir. And yeah, and that was actually the main reason why I started becoming active in IEEE a lot. Because when I started working, I actually forgot about her. Even today, like I think if Devika is there, she might be knowing it. That I'm not over it. It's been more than 3 years, but I'm not over it even today because it's a person who have been with you at your difficult state, and all of a sudden, it's like because I was in another funeral, and it was all of a sudden that I got a phone call telling, yeah, this particular person is no more. Yeah, that's something that it's not just felt actually, and even now I'm feeling difficult to get over it. Okay.
If you got $1 million, what will you do with that?
Getting $1 million, I really don't know how. See, I think I really don't know if it's realistic stuff and all, because I'm not a person who lives for money. So I never thinks about if I get, let it be $1 million or let it be $1. I really don't care about it because I'm a person who lives for a motto. That is to do some sort of, that is mark my, what do you say, mark my footprint before I leave this world. Like I said you about a particular friend of mine, we had a dream, we had dreamt it together. So now, yeah, so you see, and that dream has nothing to do with money. And so I think getting $1 million doesn't make a difference in my life because that doesn't bother me. I'm not a person who lives for money.
What can you talk about for hours that when you talk about it, you like that?
Sorry?
What can you talk about for hours that when you talk about it, you like that?
Work. It could be anything. It could be maybe some people whom I love. For example, like what do you say? The people whom I like the most. For example, I'm not actually. There are a lot of people whom I know very personally, so I don't want to name anyone. Another stuff that I could go talking is, see, it's like you give me any topic, I can. If I have any knowledge about it, I can go about with on it for hours. And I think specifically, if I say to you about one of my friend, I can talk 24/7 about her, and it would be just we were in there together for just 5 years. But yes, I have a lot. Then again, International Indian School Jeddah, from where I started to become myself. And yeah, and the people whom I love the most. That's it.
Your advice to new IEEE members, and how do you think an IEEE member can fully cherish? And the basic things that as an IEEE member, you would tell everyone to do.
As an IEEE member, it's actually not just new members. In fact, my advice to the entire IEEE members is that there is no spoon feeding in IEEE. If there's anyone from JCET over here, I think they might be hearing it from me from their first year of membership. Not just me, in fact, it was my senior who said it to me. And it's the same thing that I'm saying to my juniors. There's no spoon feeding. I'm sure your Exicom members are doing their best to spoon feed you with giving you all the event details actually you're getting. In fact, I think many of you might not be knowing what you say, how lucky you guys are to get everything, all these stuff in just a WhatsApp group, because I was a person who had no opportunities like that. Because I was someone who had to find my opportunities at the same time, find such things and give opportunities to my juniors also. So there's no spoon feeding in IEEE. So there's no spoon feeding in IEEE, and grab your opportunities. You are the one who got to grab your opportunity. Okay, if you are, for example, it's something again. what I say in my own SB. It's your $27. So it's your responsibility to make sure that you grab the opportunity. As in the December, please don't say the SB did nothing. Okay, if there was 0 events, say it. But if there were at least 1 event and you had done and you did not attend it, it's not the SB's mistake. So it's your chance. And it's not. Another thing is that networking is not just about you're going to attend 1,000 of events. I'm not a person who attended many events. If you say about IEEE events, I just attended 3 events. My first event was Malabar Hub Meet 2018. That was at NSS College Palakkad. And my second event was Triac in 2019 October. And for Triac, I was a volunteer. I was one of the core team member. And my third event was Experion. Again, in Experion, I was another core team member. Yes, and AKISSE was supposedly to be my last event as a delegate. But yeah, unfortunately because of COVID, I wasn't able to do. So don't think that you have to go for thousands of events or that you need to get your opportunity. You have a lot of things. Just open up your email. You have a lot of things coming into it. And especially even during this COVID situation, there are many SBs who are really active and trying to bring up a lot of innovative ideas, like this one, like VTalks is one. And yeah, like many innovative ideas that you must try to grab. And if you think, okay, there's something that must be organized in your student branch, and okay, you might not be an Execom member, but you're a volunteer. You have the freedom to say it to your chair. As I said, it's your $27. So you have the right to ask for what you need. So that is what I say. There's no spoon feeding in IEEE. That would be my advice. Grab your opportunities.
What would you like to be famous for?
Famous for, I think, writing. That's something that I love to do the most. Like, it's just something that I used to spread out. Let it be, I'm happy, I'm sad, whatever the hell be, my emotions be. I love to write. I love to put it down into papers. So I think that's something that I love to be famous for.
If you were financially secure, what would you do with your time?
Financially secure, I don't know actually what that question meant. But yeah, I think to be very frank, even now I don't know what I is like within 2 weeks. Yeah, on 20th, it was good. It will be officially my last day of my BTech. And I really don't know what is to be done in the next few years. But I'm sure like after 10 years, what I have to do, I have a goal in my life that after 10 years, where should I be? I know it. So I think if I was secure, maybe I might have not taken BTech for the first and foremost, because I had some other things totally not related to BTech. Yeah, but yes, now I think I'm able to relate my dreams. I'm able to build the bridge. So I would be just stopping my, I won't be planning for a master's, maybe. I would be actually just switching off my career options to my dream. That's it.
How lockdown and COVID-19 affected you?
Lockdown has actually done nothing, not much effect to me, except it just ruined last few days of my college life. That's it. We parted to see after 2 weeks, but none of us knew that it was our final day. That's the only effect that the lockdown has brought on me. Because elsewise, yes, I'm using these days. I've been actively volunteering from maybe the 4th or 5th day of the lockdown with my SB activities. And now, yes, after that, now I'm a member of IEEE PSYP Kerala core team. So you see, it's like I'm not sat idle at a place because I'm busy with any of those stuffs. So I think it had brought much effect to me. Even if it had something for good. The adverse effect is that I wasn't able to enjoy last few days of my college life. That's it.
That's all.
Okay.
Thank you, Mrs.
Welcome.
Reminaru, for spending your valuable time with us.
Welcome, dear.
And thank you.
It was really great time to be here. And thank you, IEEE MASB and Mushraf and definitely Aisha for inviting me over here and giving this opportunity. This means a lot for me, actually.
So next, here we present the sixth guest of the Week Talk series, Mrs. Manju M. Varia, ex-chairperson of IEEE IAS MEA SBC.
Thank you Rashmi, for
Okay.
joining us today
Thank you, Mushraf.
for for your valuable time. So
Thank you.
thank
You're
all the
welcome.
participants, and here is our next speaker, Manju M. Varia, and hope all of you see you on the 11th. Thank you all. You can leave the window right now. I request all the participants, you can leave the meeting window now.